You are back on Kinda Sound with me, Giles Bryant, and my co-host for this show, Juliette Bryant. How are you, Juliette?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. So today we are going to be talking about medicinal mushrooms, but particularly about something really exciting that you are starting this September, which is a practitioner's training, certified practitioner's training in people working with medicinal mushrooms. So just the floor is yours.
Yes, so I've loved mushrooms for a very long time. I've written a book, 7 Magical Mushrooms, and I've been working with mushrooms with clients for over 15 years and seen such profound results. And so many people now are getting into mushrooms. They're seeing all these videos on TikTok or Instagram, on YouTube. They're having a huge amount of information being sent at them. And yet a lot of people then don't know how to practically work with them, what to look for, how to really sit with them and get the most out of them, what the extraction processes are like, So there's a lot of uncertainty around it. So I run my School of Earth Wisdom and I run my Earth Wisdom Practitioners course. And over a course of a year, we journey into plants, trees, mushrooms and animals. And what I've realised is that the mushrooms are really a standalone unit in themselves. The mushrooms, I could teach a year-long course on mushrooms, but I've condensed down to 12 weeks. A 12-week course where people will learn the foundations, the science, the history, the spirit and energetics of mushrooms. They'll learn about reishi, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, turkey tails, maitake, shiitake, fly agaric, liberty cap. These mushrooms, those are the birch polypore, those are the main ones we're going to be focusing. Obviously, the mushroom kingdom is huge and you could talk forever on it. But we're just going to really be focusing on those main kind of medicinal mushrooms, how to work with them physically, how to take them, and how to hold space with them as well. So this will be looking very much about the ceremonial side of things, how we can sit with reishi mushroom and we can connect with the spirit and the energetics of it, how we can work for emotional well-being for ourselves and those around us. So this is great for people who are already practitioners, who want to enhance what they're doing to be able to incorporate this, or people who have no experience but really want to connect more deeply for themselves as well as potentially other people. So this is a personal journey first and foremost, as everything always should be. Our first experience is prime, and then from there we can expand out.
So, Juliette, why are mushrooms, and when we're talking about, we say the word mushrooms, but it's almost like we should almost say a word in front of it because, sometimes when people come to the store and they say, oh, I can't take mushrooms. Well, my doctor's told me I'm not allowed to have mushrooms because of candida or something like this. But they've got different names, haven't they? So some people would say a functional mushroom or a medicinal mushroom or a magical mushroom. They've got these different words, but why are people now becoming so interested in medicinal mushrooms?
Yeah, I think, it's one of those things where wherever society's at, wherever medicine is needed, it comes into the foremost part of people's consciousness. Mushrooms have been used for thousands of years, and from China, there is so much anecdotal evidence. In some of the earliest writings, mushrooms, especially reishi, are talked about for their medicinal and spiritual benefits. So we have this long history of use with mushrooms. In fact, I recently gave a talk at Megalithomania on mushrooms and megaliths and how the ancient people have worked with mushrooms. There's evidence of 9,000-year-old cave paintings with psychoactive mushrooms in. So our relationship with mushrooms is nothing new. But they are now coming into consciousness, these medicinal or psychoactive mushrooms, and not all medicinal mushrooms are psychoactive, there's just a few of them, but they're coming into awareness because we are in need of that deeper level of support. A lot of medicinal mushrooms' core functions are working on reducing stress, helping us adapt to change. And there's a lot of change going on, and there's a lot of stress in people. So we need to work with these things to support us coming back into that harmony and balance and alignment with the earth.
Okay, so let's just start with a few mushrooms then. So I'm just going to hold this one up to the camera, and if you're listening to this on the podcast and not seeing it, what I'm holding up here is the turkey tail mushroom. Now you'll find this if you go into virtually any woodland. You'll probably find some. It grows on decaying logs, doesn't it? This here.
It does.
It's so. I mean,
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful mushroom. For those of you who are listening and not watching, it has this beautiful array of colours. It's got a velvety, soft touch, and it looks like a turkey's tail. So it's got this fan shape around it, and so it grows in this fan shape off of dead logs. And turkey tail mushroom is incredible. It's become a bit of a it's got a bit of notoriety recently because the Novel Food Act decided to ban it for sale for human consumption in the UK because it's a novel food. So what that means is there's not a lot of evidence of it being sold in this country before 1996, even though it grows everywhere. And it is one of the safest mushrooms out there. So no side effects. It's not, hurt anyone. It's not psychoactive, but it's been banned. So it's not illegal. And you can also still purchase it now for your pets.
Yes.
It's allowed for pets.
Yes.
But it's totally safe for humans to consume. So you can go out, you can get it, you can make nice tea with it, you can make a tincture with it, you can sit and meditate with it. I love the way turkey tails look. So we've got a few of them around the house because just looking at it makes me feel happy. And I was quite excited to see some starting to grow in our garden as well. I've been hoping for that, and I saw them beginning to appear a few weeks ago. So that's very exciting. Turkey tails used in China and Japan alongside allopathic treatment of cancer very effectively. Very good for digestive health, immune support, so many things that turkey tail mushrooms does.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's a good one, and it's also I think that we just make clear that it's not in any way illegal to
consume it,
to harvest this and to
or
break
to consume it. That's
consume
not
it
illegal.
and to make it into a tea or something.
It's just that it being sold as a food supplement, that is what's been banned.
But you can, but your dog
can get it.
Your dog might like it. There we go. Absolutely.
Same they did in hemp seeds in Australia. You can't buy whole hemp seeds for human consumption, but you can buy them for your pets. So they've got them in health food shops and it says not for human consumption, which I think is so amusing because we all know what's going to happen with them.
The dog will,
the dog will be very healthy.
Hopefully the dog will have some good essential fats.
Exactly.
So that's one of the mushrooms. We've got one back here.
This is a type of reishi mushroom. This is a Ganoderma family. Reishi mushrooms are so beautiful. You know, these will grow on trees like flying saucers. And, you know, I love sitting with this and again, just sitting and meditating. But the Ganodermas, the rishis, are very good to reduce stress in the body. They're very good to help with our heart and our circulation. They're very good to reduce anxiety in the brain. So many benefits of taking them. You know, and this mushroom in China was referred to as the soul mushroom or the spirit mushroom because it was said to connect us into our soul purpose. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. And that's the joy when we start to work with the mushrooms, is we can start to connect in on these deeper levels. For me, that is what is the most important thing. You know, we can make remedies, we can drink teas, we can do all of that thing till the cows come home and we will be receiving benefit. But when you take that time to connect into the spirit of these things, when you take time to have gratitude to the spirit of these things, these medicines, these things that are here to help us, it changes the quality of the interaction so much. It's like if you go into a coffee shop and you buy your cup of coffee or cacao or whatever you're buying from someone every day, and you don't acknowledge them, you just get it and you go and you drink that drink. Then what happens if you start to acknowledge?
I mean, that's very rude.
You can say thank you, but if you don't have that any interaction, or if you start to actually interact with the person and have an exchange with the person making it and say, oh, you look nice today. Oh, how are you getting on? Just, it doesn't have to be deep, meaningful stuff, but just interacting. What happens is the person then making that coffee or cacao or tea or whatever you're drinking changes what they're doing, because they feel that input, they feel that love coming in, and it changes their experience, which changes and shapes the thing that they are giving you. And that's just a kind of little example of, if we can give back, if we can have that gratitude, if we can enter into a spiritual and energetic dialogue with whatever it is, a person, a mushroom, a cup of cacao, it changes the dynamics of the relationship.
I mean, that's pretty deep, isn't it? That's pretty deep quantum quantum physics, I suppose. The butterfly effect and all of that. So, Juliette, who is your ideal customer? Who do you think are the people out there possibly listening who are going to want to sign up for your practitioner's certified mushroom training? And why would someone do it?
So, people who are signing up currently for it there's a wide range. People who love mushrooms and have been working with them but want to deepen their practice of it for themselves. They have no desire to do it for anything else but their own personal journey. They want to understand the mushrooms and embody the mushrooms and work on that higher level. Some people are herbalists who are already working with plants, and they want to understand the mushrooms again on this deeper level. There are people who are nutritionists who want to start bringing the mushrooms into their practice more and having that deeper awareness of how they're working and what layers, the science, the history, the extraction process, all of this, and deepening their own relationship. So, there are some yoga teachers who are joining who want to weave mushroom magic into their yoga practice. So the thing with it is it's very versatile who can come on it. There's someone who's joining who leads foraging walks and just wants to be able to connect more energetically to the mushrooms, so that they can share that wisdom more deeply. So it is really open for everyone. The prerequisite is a love for mushrooms and an open-heartedness to learn and connect.
Beautiful. Well, that is absolutely beautiful. So when's it starting, Juliette?
So it starts on the 7th of September, 8 p.m. UK time. That works out, I think, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. So it's accessible time-wise for most time zones. And that is a 12-week course. Again, it's run in Telegram, so the calls are done via Zoom, and they're all recorded as well. So if you miss them, you can catch up. There's a Telegram chat which is laid out with the different sections. So you've got meditations, handouts, workbooks, replays, general questions and chats. So it's easy to find everything and connect in there.
Beautiful, absolutely. And if you want a little introduction to the subject, there's no better way than to get Juliette's book, 7 Magical Mushrooms. So go JulietteBryant.com. You can order it. It's a beautiful hop. We don't have a copy here to show people, do we? But it's a beautifully produced book with wonderful information and artwork and photos, and really is a stunning piece of work. So yeah, just do check that out. And also your other interviews you've done on mushrooms. I think you've done a few shows on Kind of Sound.
I have.
And interviews. So just search Juliette Bryant Medicinal Mushrooms on YouTube or your favourite podcast provider, and you'll probably find a lot more information. Well, I wish you all the success in the world with it, Juliette.
Thank you.
Sounds like a wonderful thing that you're doing. And to help people to confidently take those next steps. And as you said at the start, learning about these things is really a lifelong journey.
It is.
But it's going to be a real good start for people to have that level of confidence to move on, to help themselves, to help their families, and to help people in a professional setting as well. So super duper. Well, look, everyone, keep it kind of sound.
And keep it mushrooms.
Yes.
Lots of love.